So let me talk about one of my favorite books of all time. This is Glitter by Aprilynne Pike, and it is an immensely gorgeous cover. I'm currently rereading the second one because I had a very sudden urge to read it very desperately again. So to give you a kind of, the placing is odd. Let me just get that out of the way. So you can tell from her dress and her hairstyle that it's very Baroque period. She's actually staying in Sonham and Versailles, but it's in the future. So in the future, they have Marie, that is an AI that runs all of the castle. They have bots that help them dress, that serve them food and dinner, and then on Wednesdays, there's what's called a lever. And levers, tourists come in and actually come through the castle, and everyone in the castle lives naturally like it's still the Baroque period, despite having like a contact lens, it's literally called a lens, in their eye that brings up their messages and stuff like that. It's kind of like an Apple Watch, but there's no sound with it, which is a really, really interesting take. It plays a lot in the book. And there's two. There's a second one called Shatter, which I'm currently rereading again. And these are so good. The setting is so interesting. The main character, Danica, she was like a nobody. She lived with her mom and her dad outside of the castle. And then her dad's brother died, and he had like a huge share in the castle. And when you live in the castle, you also work for a corporation. It's like a whole thing. So they end up having to move into the castle to take over the shareholders. And her mom starts devising a plan to try and get her married to the king so they can like be rich and famous and blah, blah, blah. So one day Danica comes across the king and accidentally, she sees him murder somebody, and her mom also sees it and uses it to blackmail him to marry her. So it's a whole thing of her trying to escape, and glitter comes into play because it's a drug. It's really, it's so convoluted. There's so much to it. There's espionage, there's blackmail, there's money getting thrown around. Like, it's one of the most intense novels I've ever read. And the moment I finished this book, I pre-ordered the second one, which is saying something. I don't normally pre-order books if I don't have to. I just stick it on the to-be-read shelf. But this was one of those that I had to have it immediately. So, Aprilynne Pike, Glitter. 10 out of 10. No, 15 out of 10. 20 out of 10. I'd go with 20 out of 10.